Yes, and here we are, back on the Introverts server, and it has been a while. Well, more than 2 months at least, I think, possibly, but it's been a while. And you're probably wondering where I've been. And I've not even posted a video for my other endeavor or my storytelling, uh, world. But yeah, so about where I've been, and well, I've been in Japan for 5 months now, which, wow, time flies. Time really flies. It gets away from you. And I have been working a ton. I am literally been on 12-hour shifts for days on end. And, well, I just really haven't had a lot of time to get on here. I've been picking away at a little bit of this over the course of several months now. Ooh, Wizard's Tower. I haven't seen that in a while. Oh man, I've been gone so long the wizard hasn't even kept up on it. Look at all the cobwebs on that thing. Ooh, definitely could use some cleaning. But where we've been is, other than working, any little free time that I've had in Japan, we've been picking away at this monstrosity. And whew, monstrosity is not even a portion of the word. Where did my rockets go? Is it? Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Where'd my rockets go? Oh, that's the bed. I can't fly with the bed. Anyways, we've been picking away at this monstrosity, and monstrosity is just a small little word for it because, man, I tell you, this is a lot of work. I think one of you subscribers, if you're still on the channel, which I have no idea. Oh, I missed a block. I have no idea if you're still here or not. You said, man, that's a serious, serious. What was the word you said? Task? Undertaking. Anyways, it's a lot of work. You said something of the sort. But anyways, yes, yes, absolutely. It is. It is a lot of work. Way, way, way too much. I think I bit off more than I could chew. Way more than I could chew. I like literally just took the whole box of Twinkies and crammed them in my mouth. That's where we're at right now. I didn't just take one Twinkie. I took the whole box. But it's a lot. And, well, I've been trying to get it done. I've been wanting to get it done. But after hours and hours of gameplay, this is what I've gotten done. Just a giant rock formation. But overall, I think it looks pretty darn good. Now, we still have a lot of details to do on this mountain. And, man, look how tall it is. It's huge. Here, let me give you a scale of this thing. Just little old me. Let's just get right out here on the edge of this little cliff. And let's go into cheat cam mode real quick here. Ooh, here we go. And zoom out and wow. Hi. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Hello. 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 Yeah. It's a long ways. That's a lot of blocks and a lot of mining and digging. It's for days on end. I really don't want to see any more stone, honestly. But overall, the shape is looking fabulous. I think it's turning out well. Took on several different layers and shapes and forms, and it looks like kind of like the whole mountain has just kind of like sloughed off, or volcanic flow over time has just kind of run down the mountainside and created all these different little areas. And we have different little jagged peaks and different spots of the different blocks and textures. Now, I didn't add too much of the tough blocks or anything of the sort, or some of the other blocks. But that's okay. We will get there and detail it some other time, but not at this point in time. What I would like to focus on, actually, is some of the other things that I need to get done around here. And speaking of done, look at this. This is going to take forever. Look at this giant hole back here. This is huge. Oh, creeper farm. mob farm, some sort of farm. Anyways, we still have all of this mountain range to do, all of this to take care of, and I'd like to try and get it to just kind of come over here and sweep around into this backside area that KO Dragon had worked on. And, well, I don't know that KO Dragon's going to be on here much anymore to help me. KO has not been on here in almost 6 months plus, maybe a year, actually, close to a year. It's been a long time. Speaking of a long time, and members of the introvert server, I'm pretty much it. This is me. This is, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 people come on here and play, but for the most part, it's me, myself. See, there's nobody on here, just me. I think Creeping Tato plays, and maybe one more. I really don't know. I don't know. Everybody just stopped playing. This server has pretty much just dried up, and nobody really plays on here much. And that was another reason why I kind of took an absence, because when you're playing on a server by yourself, it's not really too much fun. I kind of had an envision that maybe this would be more like a Hermitcraft server where everybody'd get on here and we'd play games and we'd have fun and, you know, do all sorts of things and have a shopping district and, you know, all the fun stuff. But it just didn't happen. So I'm by myself. And I took on this big project and thinking that that was going to be cool because last season was actually, it worked out pretty good. But this season has just kind of petered out to nothingness. And I'm one of those people that like to see things through. And as ambitious as I have gotten, an ambitious project this has been, I'm trying to see it through because I've got a lot of work in this, a lot of time and effort. It is the largest base undertaking that I have ever accomplished. But what I'd like to try and do is at least finish a few more items, such as this awesome looking tree that I had planned to put up right here. We have a really cool idea for this. I want to make a really awesome tree up here. And of course, we've already got the roots started, which look amazing. Let's go into cheat mode again. You can see the roots just kind of cascade down on each side of the rock here, and then a little bit on this other side. And the amount of detail we put in this, well, it goes above and beyond, you know, even my abilities. I really just kind of blindly threw it up here and hope something stuck, and well, the roots stuck. But I'd like to at least finish this, and then possibly in the next couple episodes finish this here, right in this area. I'd like to get that done, and then the other thing I'd like to try and get done is this tree over here, and we'll go from there. Now, I don't know how much longer the season is going to go, considering nobody really plays on this, but I'd like to at least make an effort to get some of this done before the season ends, because we're going on more than a year now for this, and it's, well, it's no longer fun anymore because there's nobody on here playing. So I'm basically just on here building, and that's about it. Which, you know, I love building, and I love what I've created, and I love how everything has turned out. But what I don't like is being by myself all the time and not having really, you know, anybody to chat with or converse with or see. Whoa, dang, look at that. Talk about getting better. Woo, getting better all the time. I'm almost scar level now. Woo! Bip, shoo! Dodging and weaving, bobbing and bouncing. So, with all my jabbering and talking done and showing you what I have taken care of and done, let's let's start building a tree. Let's get into a slightly tilted grind session, and let's get a little bit done on this thing. Uh, and we'll just go from there. Whether or not this all gets finished, that's up in the air. I would love to, but you know, you never know. Let's hit it. And we're done with that time lapse anyway. Not with the whole build. You thought we were done with the whole build? No, no. So much more. So much more to do. But we are done with that time lapse and that tree, and I think it turned out amazing. Let's jump into the old cheaty cam and let's take a look at this thing. Here we are. The tree. Behold the great tree. No, I don't know if it's a great tree or not, but I think it looks pretty darn good. Um, this is kind of what I was envisioning. Most people go with like a cherry blossom tree, and I thought about it because cherry blossoms are cool. Cherry blossom trees are really cool. And speaking of cherry blossom trees, I've seen lots and lots of them in Japan. Sakura trees, you know, cherry blossom. But I decided to change it up because, well, Gemini Tay has done a cherry blossom tree, and tons of other YouTubers have done cherry blossom trees or of the sort. So I decided to do a bonsai kind of themed tree. And I think it turned out pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with the overall results on this thing, and I think it ties in really good with the roots coming all the way down along the base here, rockwork. Now, once I get this tower done right here, I do plan on bringing a couple branches out from here, like they've grown out from the root structure, or, they're of, sort of. Yeah, but I plan on putting a few little things out here and a little details to add to it. But overall, this thing has turned out good. Now, we did not just go with one type of thing. We've got the spruce block here, spruce leaves, and then we went with the, what is it? It's the whitewood. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, we went with a different birch. Yes, there we go. My brain cells connected together for a moment. Yeah. Anyways, we went with birch leaves, and then we went with some moss on top. Now, the overall idea here was that the uh, spruce leaves are obviously the darker, more inward leaves, and then the birch leaves are the more greener out here, kind of the newer. And then the moss up here is like the newest little small buds and stuff coming out on the top of it here, new fresh growth. And then if you look right in, right there, look in here, we have the mud in here, and the mud gives it the dark colors on the insides. And as you can see, you got the spruce with just a hint of green, kind of a darker color, and then you've got the mud there, which gives it that extra dark color to it. So it gives it more depth into the interior of it, which I think turned out good. And see, look, it gives it that darkness to it right there. So you got the dark shades in there. You can't see the light through there, and it overall helps it. And then the fact that the mud kind of has the same tones to it, like right here, as you can see, kind of the browns and such in there, and then kind of the darker colors like some of the spruce has. It kind of adds to it and makes it look nicer. And then inside of here, we went with some dead leaf areas, and I used some of the roots from the mangrove trees for the dead clusters of leaves, because sometimes you have these areas where the trees will have dead little leaves of sorts. Spruce, yeah. They're not connecting. Brain cells have just left the building. They are not connecting. Needles, there we go. Spruce needles. They will turn brown in some of the areas where they don't get enough. And of course, they need to be pruned, obviously. And then on this side, same thing. And then underneath, we have more of the mud and dark colors, which I think look really good. And then we added the trapdoors here for added character, the fences, and then we added the gates as well because it makes it look better. But overall, we have added all of this and it looks amazing. I love it. And then to top it all off, it has a red color interior or inner portion of it. And the reason why it has the red color portion is because there is a type of tree called a red cedar, and it grows kind of in the southern, I think, and eastern portion of the country, but it has a red color on the inside of it, which is very, very pretty. It has kind of a red and white wood grain structure. So I took the idea and ran with the red there. And this tree has been kind of scarred from possible lightning strike up here. And so you have the inner part of the wood showing. And then you have the areas where the wood has been stripped or the outer area has been stripped on the logs there. But overall, it looks really good. And then, of course, we added the little particles because we don't have the new update yet for all the tree leaves, which soon. I'm hoping soon. But look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? We got the red color there from the inside of the tree. Got all the green, and then we got the browns, and then we have the vein of iron there, which, look at that color. It just pops. It's amazing. And then, let's get out of Cheaty Cam and right back to me. And you'll see that we have a nice little area up here. This is where the elves come up and they pay their respects to their fallen kings. And these are the monuments and statues to the kings up here, which I think look really good. There were 8 total kings prior to where we're at here. And I think it looks pretty darn good. Ooh, look at that sunset. We are here again, like I said, this is the area for paying respect to the kings. And what better way to do it than under a great, beautiful big tree? And of course, you can see the spore blossom plant up there that provides particles for us, which looks amazing. And then, because of the color scheme that I'm using in this entire build, the purples and the kind of blue colors, I decided to make the flag just a simple little flag that had those 2 colors. Are there better flags that can be built? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? No, because I like this. This is good. 1980s retro vibe. Anyways, but we made this nice, beautiful little spot up here on the edge of this cliff, and I think it turned out amazing. This is just a nice little area for coming up, and you can actually view and look around everything. You got the Wizard's Tower down there in all of its splendid glory. Looks amazing. I'm pretty happy with that thing. Still happy with it. And then we've got the volcano, which you can see the top of right about there. Still have to finish that and then finish all the details on that. But this overall is looking amazing. And then we got the mountain range there that you can see. And of course, this is the tallest peak in the area for miles and miles around. And, you know, we still got to finish all of that, which that looks amazing. But you have a very wonderful overall look to the general area. And look at all the details I added here. I added all the little flowers, the different colors, and all this other stuff. And this tree provides absolute awesomeness away from getting wet. I am not going to get wet with this thing. Look at that. It just blocks it so well. And then you can see all up down around here. And I added all these little different little added details. I got some, leaves down here that are all yucky, which the new update will give me new leaves, and we'll be back here as soon as I can get the new update. So we got that. Now let's go down this way, down around the path that I've built. We left the mushroom here, and then this takes us down to the other areas. So you can actually go from very bottom all the way up. Alright, let's go into Cheaty Cam mode again. Here we are. And I will show you all the other little magnificent details that I've added. I've added all of this rock work here and structure here, more leaves and vines and stuff hanging down, more rock work here. Added a lot of moss and mossy stone here to complete the look of it. Added it all the way down, more leaves, and then this vine goes from the top here. Actually, it goes from down there, but it comes all the way to the top. But it travels all the way down along this area, all the way down to here. And if you'll look, it just adds so much more to this area. Nice and lush, and then you got the giant tree up there, which looks amazing. I love it. And then, let's go ahead and I will show you the other stuff. So, going down, we have the mushroom here, which is just a plain Minecraft mushroom, which I like it. It's vanilla. Got to have a little vanilla in your life once in a while. Then we added some nether wart here, which I think looks good. Just a nice little splash of color right there next to it. Amazing. And then we added this section here, which is a staircase with windows that we will walk down here shortly, and I'll show you, which I think looks really good. Ties all this in. And then we have the two little houses here, which belong to the little elves. And I think they turned out really good. Just a couple good splashes of color, and then a couple nice little areas to observe everything from. So let's get back into regular mode, get out of this weather because I'm getting soaking wet. And we will go all the way down through this little area, and there's the first window. You can look out. Woo! Look at that. Dark and stormy out. And then we just keep on going down and around and getting dizzy and looking out the other window. And then down and around again and through the cloud layer, which is weird, out to our nice little house here, which is not furnished or anything done, but just a nice little cozy house that'll be right here. And then of course you can see all of the area down there. And look at that. You can even get a good look at the meeting place down there. So we've got this little area and then more details there, and then we can go this way down the stairs into this magnificent area, which is a main area for the elves. We can get a nice good look at the Wizard's Tower, which we still need to finish this, maybe in the next episode. And then for the other little house, we pop in here, whoop, and down and out into this little area, which is pretty neat. And there I am right there. Yay! It's amazing. Look at this. Looks pretty sweet. And of course, for scale, I am just a little blip right there. Oh, look at that. Just standing there looking at my kingdom. Anyways, had to have a moment of silence. But we have more areas to view. And then, if KO ever finishes his area, well, we'll have a view of whatever gets done there, which I highly highly doubt it'll get done. Would be nice to see because those buildings look pretty amazing. All right, so this takes us back into the area here, and then of course we can go up here and go out underneath the giant tree and look right up to it, and see all the storms and rain and clouds and yeah, the yucky weather. But we are done with that. Let's wait until it gets nice and clear. All right, now that this weather is stopped, let's take and fly around this thing and check it out from the air. And whoo, look at that. All the details are looking amazing. This whole entire area has turned out very, very well. Ooh, hit the limb. Tried to avoid it, but I didn't. Ooh, look at that. It's amazing. But we are far from done in this area. We've got this tower to do. We've got the volcano to work on, which is going to take a month of Sundays. Oh man, that turned out amazing. I made it. Oh, haha. I'm getting as good a scar. No, probably not. But look at that tree. That is pretty darn good in my book. I really like this tree. I think it turned out amazing. It's looking good. This little tree down here looks good. The wizard's tower looks good. All of the details we've got poking around in here have turned out amazing. And I am quite happy with the progress. Ouch. Smacked the limb there. Slapped me right in the face. But whew, I think we're going to call this episode done for today because I've done a lot of work. And, well, there's a lot more to do. And so I'm going to press on and try and get a lot more of this area done and taken care of. Ouch. I tried to thread the needle, but that didn't work. Let's try that again. See if we can thread the needle. I don't think that I'm going to be as good as Scar, but we're going to give it a shot. I might die. Told you. All right. Well, I think we're going to end the episode there, and I'll catch all of you in the next episode. Bye.